Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We still have about an hour or two to say Minha, but we are here at the beautiful Sasson residence. Vic, why don't you show everybody what's going on over here? As we got Laniado, Justin Laniado, I think his name is, bringing the basketballs trophy, top 50 basketball trophies to the court. That can only mean one thing, Vic.
What can
It's
it mean, Joe?
time for the 12th annual 2019 Stella Laniado Basketball Top 50 Tournament Finals. And we'll walk you through the teams in a minute, but let's recap how we got here.
I drove,
Windy,
Joe.
very funny, Vic. Windy beat Beaton. That's the team of Gwindy, Ballas, Sammy Shama, Elliot Arazi, and Mo D. And the white team on your left of Stephen Beta, Dennis Dweck, Big Aaron, and the rest of the guys aren't here yet, but we'll tell you who they are in a second, as soon as I remember.
What's
Buddy
the
Seton,
spread?
who hit the winning
What's
shot.
the spread was the
What's
question
the
we
spread?
just got from our left. By left, I mean
The
right.
spread is, let's just say Mo D is favored. Mo D is favored. It's because it's Mo D. Mo D is favored because it's Mo D. Anyway, Stephen Beta, Little Dennis, Big Aaron. Who else do we got? Buddy Seton. This is exciting, Vic. It's good to be back.
Joey Dayan
And,
on the court.
Whatever. The white team just took out the Rosso team, who took out Big Dennis. So technically, Little Dennis got revenge for his cousin that he's named after the same person, Big Dennis.
Right.
You followed that?
So you see over there Elliot Arazi shooting. I just spoke with him moments ago, and I asked him for a pregame quote. And he said, and I quote you exactly his words, rebound is going to win us this game, especially with the wind. So we're going to see how true he is to those words and if he does get those rebounds. We also saw Spike sitting next to Sally Dweck over there. You have Spike and Sally. Sally, happy birthday. Happy 50th, I believe. And I asked Spike for a comment, and he said, Vic, no comment. I'm just trying to enjoy the game.
We have, we're about to get to your quote, but Jaime, why don't you, let's get a mic on Jaime. This is not reaching. But we're here with Jaime Shama, father of competitor, champion, best defender in the league, Sammy Shama, a fan favorite here. Jaime, how does it feel to watch your son take on a tough team like that of Stephen Beta in the finals here at Stella?
Well, it's always a pleasure to be with you folks here, and watching Sammy's a highlight of my week. Week to week, we see him raise his game. If you know, he was out with an injury for the past 90 days, so it's really his first competitive opportunity, and to reach the finals in itself is a great accomplishment, so I'm sure he's very pleased with that. And to be playing with Mo D, he's a real X factor in the game, and three big men. I got to give these guys a strong chance of winning
and
this
we
game.
just discussed that they are the odds makers' favorite to win this game on the money line. Oh, so I noticed that you said the highlight of your week. We know you're talking Sunday to Sunday. You had another highlight last Sunday to this Sunday. Your son got engaged, Mabruk Elliot. The engagement party was beautiful.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
your life's been full of highlights lately.
Thank you. It's been a nice ride, and I bow all of you. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you.
All right, Solly Spiegel. Got a shout out to Solly Spiegel.
Got a shout out to Sally
real-
Spiegel. We'll get him in the
real
booth,
challenge.
I'm sure. Jaime, thanks for joining
All
us.
right, enjoy the game,
And,
guys. Keep
good
up the
luck,
great work.
good luck.
Thank you.
Joe, I got to tell you, it's always great getting a community great. And I don't
Like
use
Jaime
that word
Shama.
lightly. A community great
He is a great,
on
a legend in his
on
own
the
right.
mic. I
But
work with
speaking
him.
of community greats,
Work with him day to
to
day
your
with
right,
the SCA.
Vic, we got
But wow, unbelievable.
hey, get him in the areas. Sally
Spiegel.
Spiegel, the one and only. He's a 2 o'clock Lawrence Avenue Minha Gedolah attendee. He was wearing the coat. He was wearing the coat on Saturday. A great guy, and a lot of things in this community happen,
Because of him.
and it's because of him.
Special shout out. Oh, High Heat, yeah, of course. Yeah. August 4th, High Heat.
August 4th, High Heat Hot Shots at the Sutton Residence, 54 Roosevelt. We always look forward every year, and we expect dairy,
Yeah,
right
dairy. Dairy,
there.
9 days
right
dairy.
Crazy fish. I'll
Fried
let me
Oreos
tell you
after.
right
Folks,
now,
you've heard it here
I
first.
do not like fish, but every year I look forward to the fish at high heat. I do not enjoy eating fish. And speaking of family members, to our left we have Stephen Gwindy, brother of Mark Gwindy, who's been sitting with us by our side for the last couple of semifinals, coming out to watch his brother. And Vic, you always say how nice it is to see the family come out. I see Shamas, I see Arazis, I see Gwindys. It's exciting. It's exciting. A lot of homegrown talent on this court. To name a few, Mark Gwindy, Elliot Arazi, Sammy Shama, Big Aaron, Stephen Beta, but also a very big, imported presence on the court as well in the form of Gabe Leifer.
Yes.
Leifer is a legend of the Ashkenaz basketball community.
And now Syrian.
Champion, now Syrian. A champion with DRS. A fun guy to watch and definitely a team player. And a great guy overall.
Joe, we're hoping that sun over there, you see that glare? That's a terrible
I see
glare.
the sun.
If it goes down just a dot, we're going to get a beautiful, beautiful shot.
View.
But
Sun.
if it continues like this, folks, I apologize in advance, but it's going to be very glary, for lack of a better term,
Hey,
over
Vic,
here.
are you able to oh, wow. Yeah, I'm
It's
looking
tough.
at the
It's
picture
tough.
now.
It's tough. But,
Look
you
at
know,
it.
if you
Yeah.
get one of those, you know what I'm saying, Joe?
Yeah, Vic. I know what you're saying.
So,
You know, Vic, we make our way through our shares of technical difficulties.
We
if
do.
you want to watch the 2017 Hot Shot Final, one of the most unbelievable basketball games, professional, community, or otherwise, I have ever been
I got to
privy
agree
to
with that.
seeing.
And we didn't have the equipment at the time.
And the winner of that game, the champion, Mo D, is actually with us today. He's going to be participating in these finals.
Joe,
Very
so
exciting.
I spoke to tournament coordinator
David
Saad, and I asked him about time. He said no time, and you cannot win on the line.
That is different from the semifinals that we detailed earlier. After 3 free throws, then you can win on the line.
Not sure about that. Did
That's
you hear
what
him
he
say
said.
that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
heard him say
yeah.
that.
Notable missing from the crowd, Gurney. We want to wish you a mabruk on your recent wedding. I guess we're going to miss you at tournaments if you're going to keep this up.
Let's go down the line on the outside. We got a lot of great showings. We got the Shamas, who we discussed already. Ali Greenstein cheering on his friends. Harriet Sasson Gwindy,
Of course.
married to Mark Gwindy.
I think they had a baby
Sister-in-law. She recently giving birth.
Did she have a baby recently? Am I crazy?
The newborn.
5 weeks.
Nadine.
Joseph. Is Joseph
Who
here?
gave birth?
Is he here now? He's not watching Daddy
Joseph
win.
is not in attendance to watch his new father, first-time father. How exciting is that?
Wow.
Steven, you have a nephew? How's he looking? He's cute? Very cute. That's what they all say, though. Anyway, very exciting.
Yes, very nice.
So Harriet Sasson Gwindy is here from 2 angles. Obviously, the wife of Mark Gwindy, knockdown shooter, but also cousin of the residents, the Sasson residents.
Yeah.
It runs in the family, their kindness and generosity, surely. Anyway, Ricky D's here. He's on the other side.
He made it to top 50 this year. Couldn't pull through to the playoffs, but
Hey,
we're sure we're going to be
Vic.
seeing a lot of him in the near future. A lot of people, and I don't just say that because he's my good friend, a lot of people have been talking about him, saying that he is the next big thing in the community.
I agree. I'm forced to agree. Anyway, with the sun glaring, basketball still to be played here at 6:42 on a Sunday evening. Again, Manha. Probably the latest time is 8:26.
We got time.
And that'll do it for the pregame show. We're right to the action here as Stephen Beta is dribbling. Oh, we got a big crowd presence. Nothing like hearing the crowd as Stephen Beta drops, steps back, loses the ball, and it's off the leg of Elliot Arazi. You'll notice it at his foot. Not a kick ball. There was no kicking motion. A big crowd here at the Sasson residence for the Stella Finals. Some people, I don't want to say any names, elevate their game for the G's. You know who you are.
I think most people, Joe. Ooh,
Mo D.
that was beautiful.
Mo D with the fresh cut goes by the baseline, knocked away by Big Aaron. Big Aaron was the guy we missed on the white team earlier. It's Big Aaron, Leifer, Stephen Beta, Buddy Setton, Dennis Dweck. Big Aaron sends it down low to Leifer. Leifer going to work on the smaller Mo D, but he's every bit as strong as anybody else on this court. Here's little Dennis. Gets a pick from Big Aaron, drives left. Looking, kicks out to Aaron. and they'll slow it down as Stephen Beta is so good at doing. You'll notice the clock is turned off. 0 on the clock, 21 gamer, 2s and 3s as Stephen Beta misses it. And little Dennis, buddy set and lands awkwardly. Looks like he got hit in the head, but he hustles back. Sammy Shama's got it. He thinks about it. His prowess is on the defensive side on the ball, but he can make something happen on the offensive side as well. Here's Mo D on the left hand, switches. He's got Big Aaron. You got to imagine that's who he wants. He's asking for another pick. Gwindy wants the rock to shoot it, pulls up from where he likes it and knocks it down. Sure thing. Never a doubt. Mark Gwindy, and a little celebration from his brother Steven here to my left. His wife Harriet across the way. As Stephen Beta's got it. Vic, what are we calling what's on Stephen Beta's head?
We're going to call it a Yama cap.
A Yama cap. And little Dennis ordering him to wait, guarded by Sammy Shama. Oh, beautiful pass there from little Dennis and Big Aaron. Big Aaron's down. Big Aaron's into it. 3-2 Mo D as he brings the ball up the floor. Big Aaron knocks it down. Big Aaron has been carrying this team through the quarters and the semis. A beautiful performance in the quarterfinal game against the Rosso brothers and the Flatbush Falcons. Gwindy thinks about it, guarded by Aaron. Aaron is zoned in. Gwindy again. Rebound, Ellie Ballas. As he's fouled, Emperor's Flare. Everything's good. They're good friends.
All right. Sometimes it does get a little ugly, but that was admirable.
That was cute, actually.
It was
Very cute, Dennis. And Dennis, a smile for the camera. Oh, Lifer guarding Mo D. Lifer quick on his feet and strong as an ox. Mo D rocks the baby through the legs, comes back around, slowly creeping in, goes left quickly. His first step is just so quick. As he's fouled by Lifer going to the basket, he'll shoot 2, up 1, 3-2 Mo D. Again, unlike the semifinals, you cannot win on the line. The clock is turned off. The game is to 21 points. Mo D. Down it goes. 4-2 green. 4-2 Mo D. It's hot. Mo D again. Yes, sir. And you'll hear it on our broadcasts again and again and again how important it is to knock your free throws down. Mo D just does just that. 5-2 is the score. Yankees swept the Red Sox in London.
Cho, that game yesterday was nuts.
Oh, Stephen Beta to the hole. 1-point game again.
This game is nuts
Stephen
as well.
Beta with the Yama cap. You'd see him on previous broadcasts with their Nachman cap. He has switched his branding to Under Armour in a mega deal. Like Federer when he switched to Uniqlo, Stephen Beta has switched
He's not
to
Nike
Under
anymore?
Armour. No, Federer is Uniqlo.
When the
Speaking
heck
of
did that
Federer,
happen?
Ray Braha going to
Ray
retrieve the
Braha,
ball. Vic,
unbelievable.
get that on the camera. Ray Braha, one of the best friends of the broadcast. Hey, Ray!
Ray, unbelievable.
Yeah, Ray!
It's the people.
Fun
The
fact, I played with
unsung-
Ray in the tournament once. We
I'm
lost
sure
all
you
3
did,
games
Joe.
quickly.
Wish I could say that.
And here comes Stephen Beta, stops on a dime, looking for little Dennis. You know, little Dennis, when we started covering him, he was actually in our first broadcast. Little Dennis, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful layup. Off
Sorry
the
for my
glass and
hands.
down it goes. 6-5.
Trying to block
White
the
to
sun.
take the lead. He was actually a part of our first broadcast. And I would say at that time, he was little. Now he definitely is not.
Just compared to Big Dennis, as you said in the previous broadcast, he's littler.
He's littler, but he's definitely not little. There's Mo D double teamed. Interesting strategy. Stephen Beta picks him up. Mo D looking, finds Gwindy. You cannot leave Gwindy open there. Yes, sir. No question. They just put the score on the wrong side. It is not that. It's 8-6. 8-6. 8-6.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And
Joe,
there's
not
the
only
change.
yours,
Stephen
yours
Beta,
too.
step back. 3-pointer short. Rebound there by little Dennis, who's really, for his size, is a great rebounder. And as Elliot Arazi told us pregame, rebounds are going to win this game. A second chance opportunity there for White as Buddy set in off the glass, hit a beautiful reverse layup
Which you
to
cannot
put
see
his team
because of
into
the
the
sun.
finals. And he does a similar move there to tie this game up at 8. Vic, big update. Barb just got a lift. as Gwindy automatic
How does he do it?
rattles
How does he do it?
down 11-8.
Joe, how much of that
Gwindy-
11 was him?
I'll tell you, the 11 was a lot of the 11 was Gwindy, a lot of the 11 was Hashem, and a lot of the 11 was the newborn son. Congratulations to Mark Gwindy, Harry Gwindy, and the Gwindy family, including our new Uncle Stephen over here on the newborn Joseph Gwindy. Is he a Kohen? Yosef Gwindy HaKohen. Great name, and we're excited to see if he can pick up the humongous shoes that his father is leaving. And there is Dennis, misses. Rebound, Sammy Shama. Reminder, we switch sides at 11. Modi slows it down. We can't see nothing. Modi's got it. Guarded by Stephen Veda, turns back, and he'll slow it down again. 11-8, Gwindy. 11-8, the team with the ball. Sammy Shama bobbles, recovers. Taken by Buddy Seton, sends it across. Elliot Arazi, who had a big presence in the semifinal game, but we haven't said his name a lot yet in the finals. Elliot known for doing just exactly what his team needs. Mo D for three. Wants some of that Gwindy action. Can't get it to go. Rebound, little Dennis. I am on my feet, not because I'm excited, although I am, but because I can't see.
This son is a killer, Joe.
Here's Stephen Beta. Finds Leifer, saying his name for the first time in a while. Guarded by Mo D. Mo D a little smaller, so Leifer decides to take advantage, and he's fouled, going to the rack.
Joe, what do we think about switching sides? When
Mid-game,
they
Vic?
switch sides. We've
They
never
switched
done that
sides
before.
already.
They switch sides already. Interesting. So it looks like we're not going to be able to do that. But
Leifer.
we've seen better days in terms of camera shots. You see, on this side, you're fine. You go over there.
It's a little tough, I
It's
agree.
a little tough. So I'm sorry to the
Anywho.
viewers from now.
Leifer knocks, goes 0 for 2 from the stripe.
Looked like
Very
it was in,
important
Joe.
to hit your free throws. 11-8 is the score. Mo D. He's got it, gives it to Arazi, gets it back. We haven't said Ballas' name a lot, but he really moves without the ball stupendously. Sets off-ball picks. He gets Arazi open. Mo D taking his time, guarded by little Dennis. Mo D's first step is the quickest step you can possibly see. He just sets you up and goes right to the hole. Knocked away there by Leifer. Great play to the applause of the crowd, and there's a foul.
Wow. The crowd's going
Big
nuts over
applause
here.
there for little Dennis, Leifer, and the white team, who are currently down 3. Sammy Shama guarding Stephen Beta as he brings the ball up the court. A tall task for anyone guarding Stephen Beta, but Sammy has done it magnificently thus far. Stephen swings it to Dennis, steps back for 3. Dennis, no good. That was for the tie. Mo D has got it now, dishes to Gwindy. Gwindy thinks about it, and Big Aaron jumps, because that's just what you do when Mark Gwindy pulls up from 3. He wants it, and he shoots it. Gets it to go, and the foul. Mark Gwindy, the new father. The crowd is on their feet. His wife is clapping. His little brother's excited. And we need some clarification here.
Somebody guard him, was yelled in the crowd.
Everybody knew that he was taking the shot, and he just made it. But it looks like they're calling the foul on the floor. A befuddling call. Befuddled. I don't believe it. That was called on the floor. So he won't be taking the foul shot. He gets the ball back. We're going to need some clarification because the score says 14-8. Anyway, Gwindy's got it again, and everybody knows exactly what Gwindy wants to do with it.
Don't tell me, Joe.
Steps
Don't
back.
tell me.
Oh, he thought about it, lost the ball, gets it back, working on Big Aaron. Thinks about it. He's double teamed, but he still wants it. Passes it out. Good pass to Ballas. Gets it to Mo D, who fakes the pass, spins. Slows it down. He's calling for them to slow. 14-8 says the score on the scoreboard.
Joe, I'm thinking of switching sides next point. I'm really thinking of it.
As Mo D going to work on Buddy Seton. Gets it to Sammy Shama. Dishes back to Mo D. Stephen Beta guarding him. Mo D on the left hand. Finds Gwindy. Pulls up for 3. Can't get it to go. As Stephen Beta gets knocked a little bit in the face. The Yama cap stays on his head. You know, how much force do you think it takes to remove the Yama cap from the head?
Probably a lot. Hold on. Does
Hopefully
he
he's
need a minute?
okay. We do have Victor Silverman's Band-Aid somewhere. Vic, you want to get
I think he should be good.
nosebleed? Can we get a banana on the main court? And there's Vic. Vic's running to the other side. Maybe he's getting a clarification on the score. What's he? I'm not good at this, but I'm manning the camera. You can see Vic. He's talking to Chad. Vic's pointing. He's trying to get kids to move. This injury timeout is the best thing that ever happened to Victor Dweck. Here he comes. We're switching seats. Victor Dweck doing his thing. We're running across the court. We're moving across the court. Here we go. All the way across. In the middle. We just went in the huddle. Here we are. We're back. Here we are. Coming across. The camera crew came across. We're sitting here with Harriet Sasson Gwindy. Harriet, new mother. Are you impressed with the way your husband's been playing thus far?
I am. Who knew that having a kid would bring out the beast in him?
There it is. It brought out the beast in him, and he's been knocking down threes like it's nobody's business. It's the Fred Van Vliet, as Ray says, which is true. After you have that kid, you start knocking down three-pointers like it's nobody's business. The score is 14-11. 14-8 is the score. So the three-pointer counted. What was the story with the three-pointer? This is why we got to stay on this side of the court. Vic, we get the explanation from tournament director David Saad as the Gwindy three that led to so much excitement in the crowd was counted 14-8, and they got possession for an off-the-ball foul.
Sorry, folks, for that.
You will be seeing that on the highlight reel for sure, Vic. That Gwindy three, 4-point play, not really. They weren't in the penalty.
Joe, we don't do this often. Is this the first time we've switched side mid-game?
We switched sides mid-game. Vic, why don't you tell the people why?
It was absolutely necessary. I mean, the glare, we couldn't see anything the first half of the game and the second half of last game. So I just want to, again, apologize to the viewers for that. But this is much better.
And it looks like Stephen Beta's back on the court. Let's
There
clap
it
it
is.
up for Steve, friend of the broadcast, although he is down 6. 14-8, he's back on the court. It's like the flu game, Vic. It's like the bloody sock, Vic.
It's like Jordan with the flu.
14-8 Gwindy.
Speaking of Jordan, we're sitting next to Chad, community legend player over here, who's not in for whatever reason.
He watched his little brother play. His little brother made it pretty far. It's pretty impressive for the young Flatbush Falcons, even though he didn't go to Flatbush. Did he go to Flatbush?
I'm not sure.
Foul on the floor.
But I
on
don't
the
think
pass.
we've...
That's the 4th team foul.
Joe, have we ever done a tournament without
three.
a hat in it? I don't believe so.
I honestly don't think so.
I'm wondering what they're taking.
When it's not Chad, it's Michael. When it's not Michael, it's Kevin. When it's not Kevin, it's Steven. Get it out. Buddy Setton gets it to Stephen Beta, swings it around to Big Aaron. Aaron of the large variety, good friend of the broadcast. We got Lifer, the DRS product, on his left hand, driving to the whole triple team. Gets it out through Big Aaron's hands to Stephen Beta for 3. We have a ball game. Houston, we have a ball game. Mo D unfazed, brings the ball up the court. Here he goes, guarded by Stephen Beta, who just hit a monstrous 3 to keep his team in the game. 14-11, game to 21. Gwindy loses it, but is fouled, and the white team is not happy. Stephen Beta comes over, and all he can do is hug the ref. Stephen Beta, a good friend of the broadcast, wearing a Yama cap, name coined by Victor Dweck.
Does look like a yarmulke, but a cap as well.
If anybody wants a seat, you could sit on the table. Mo D's got it. Looks for Gwindy. And there he is. Gwindy hands it back to Mo D. When Gwindy touches the ball, there's only one thing in the world that everybody wants him to do. And he's standing about 6 feet behind the three-point line as Mo D spins, loses it, gets it back, and they call the double dribble. Anthony, the ref, has been making great calls all day, and that's what he goes with. But the other ref,
we're not sure his name,
agrees with the call. It looked like he was dribbling, he lost the ball, and he got it back and dribbled again, which is a double dribble.
We're just saying what it looked like. We're not sure what it was.
14-11 is the score in favor of Green. Stephen Beta going to work on Sammy Shamma, one of the best defenders in the league. Stephen kicks it out to Buddy, to Big Aaron, who drives, pulls up on a dime, can't get it to go. Rebound, Gwindy. Gwindy wants no business on the losing end of this game. Oh, and he pulls up from Jimmer range. Oh. You can hear the air sucked out of the complex but Gwindy's would not go. 14-11 is the score in favor of the green team and Mo D. Stephen Beta for the tie. No good. Tip. Dennis, no good. Ballas with the board. Mo D's got it and pushing. Mo D likes to move quickly. He doesn't like to waste much time as he falls and a foul is called. That's the 5th foul. It'll be 1-1 for Mo D from the charity stripe. Taking a breather.
Joe, this game is getting
Beta
pretty
helps.
intense.
That's what it's about, Vic, the sportsmanship.
Wow. Full crowd over here. It's silent.
Am I talking loud? No.
Yeah, Joe, feel free to speak a little louder so the mic can hear you.
I'm doing my best.
You're whispering over here, Joe.
I don't think I'm whispering. As Mo D knocks down the free throw, 15-11 is the score. Mo D has been 4 for 4 from the line today. Mo D will go for another to make it 4 for 4. He's been automatic from the free throw line, and that's what they teach you from a young age. Free throws win games, especially in community tournaments. 16-11 is the score. Again, the clock turned off. Stephen Beta's got it. Gets a pick from Dennis. Finds Buddy Seton, who hit the shot to get them to the finals. Leifer's got it. Finds little Dennis in a high block. Guarded by Ballas. Dennis is on his left hand. Guarded by Ballas. Switches over, looking for Leifer. Finds him. Guarded by Mo D. Arazi with the help defense, doing a good job. Picks up Big Aaron. Back to Leifer by himself. Doubled by Arazi. Arazi has to watch Big Aaron at the top of the key as well. Aaron's been leading his team. Leifer. Oh, no foul called, and there it is. They call the foul on the second play. Honestly, it was a good call. Thought it should have been called on the first one. Mo D went for the strip. Leifer spun, maintained possession, and went up and got fouled. Leifer having his share of troubles from the charity stripe today. My fiance is waving at me. She has a burger. Probably not for me. Anywho, little Dennis gives us a look. Little Dennis knows what's up. 16-12 is the score as Leifer knocks one down. Mo D's got it, guarded by Big Aaron. At the elbow, loses the ball, regains possession. Mo D going, crosses over, looking for Arazi, pulls up for 3. Yes, sir! Elliot Arazi brings his team within 1 bucket of championship glory. Elliot Arazi, a good friend of the broadcast. We wish him the best. Stephen Beta goes to the hole, passes to Big Aaron, juggles, and the foul. This game is far from over. 19-14 is the score, and 1 shot for Big Aaron from the line. Big Aaron, usually the tallest guy on his team, but not today. Leifer holds that title. Huge free throw here from Big Aaron. Can't get it to go. Rebound Arazi. Do you foul here? You can't win on the line. A bucket will win the game. Here's Mo D. He's no stranger to big buckets. Mo D on the left, loses it, regains possession on the right. Picked up by Big Aaron. Huge possession here. A bucket will win the game. Vic is intense. He's looking at the camera. Mo D slows things down, but you know he can speed it up in just a quick second. Mo D through the legs. Guarded by Big Aaron. Pulls up for 3 and the chip. No. Knocked out of bounds by Ballas. And the white team lives to see another possession. 19-14 is the score. Clock turned off. 21 gamers. Stephen Beta just trying to give his team a fighting chance. Gets a pick from Buddy Seton. Picked up by Mark Gwindy. Gwindy tries to knock it out. Gwindy showing his defensive skill. Knocks Stephen Beta into the deep backcourt. Gwindy's still there. Harassing Stephen Beta. No foul called. He wanted the moving pick called. No call. Little Dennis thinks about it. Hesitates. Guarded by Ballas. Through to Stephen Beta, who pump steps back on the line. 2-pointer, no good. Rebound, Buddy Seton, and he hits the deck and he's fouled. That's a 1-and-1. 2 huge free throws coming up from Buddy Seton. All he has to do is hit both, and we're back to a 1-possession game. Hello.
Joe, this game is nuts. That's all,
Buddy.
That's all I have to
Seton,
say.
2
This game
huge
is
free
nuts.
throws. Here's the first. Can't get it to go. Rebound not corralled by Leifer. Mo D pushing. Mo D pushing. That's always something to worry about. There he is, guarded by Stephen Beta. He'll slow it down. Gets the pick from Gwindy. Mo D likes to end a 2-point game with a 3. He does it often. Modi's got it through the legs, gets a pick, steps back, looking for Arazi, stops, passes. Arazi for the championship. Yes, sir! Elliot Arazi once again hits the game-winning shot for the championship. It is not the first time we have seen that from Elliot Arazi. 2 years ago at Sephardic Food Fund Shootout, he did the same thing. Ended the game. That time it was on a 3. He is a stud. He is a star, and I'm sure it's not the last time we'll be seeing Elliot Arazi doing something impressive for his squad. The ultimate team player, and what a tournament we've had here at the Sasson Residence. Thank you to Amy and Steven for opening their doors for the 12th annual Stella Laniado Rainbow Foundation Tournament. For Victor Dweck, I'm Joey Cohen, and just a quick recap as we got Stephen Beta walking to collect his stuff. Steve gave it all he had. Everybody knows Steve. Congratulations to the champs. That's Mo D. That's Mo D. That's Sammy Shama, multiple-time champions. Elliot Arazi, a multiple-time champion. Mark Windy. Ellie Ballas. Wow. And it'll be the BYOB finals coming up next. We will not be here for that as we have a wedding in Brooklyn. You see Solly Spiegel in your video. You see Buddy setting the runners up. Little Dennis, Uncle Solly. Happy birthday to Uncle Solly. What a tournament and what a fun time. You know, we always have a fun time, and Stella always marks the beginning of the summer. And everyone here is feeling good as Vic is looking to get. Vic is getting the bird's eye view of our trophy presentation, and he's looking to get one of our champs. And if I had to guess, Barb, who's in the booth with us now. Barb, say hello.
Hi, everyone.
Barb is in the booth with us now. If I had to guess, he'll be going for Elliot Arazi, a longtime friend of the broadcast. But, you know, you never know who he's going to go for. He could go for the new-time champion, Ellie Ballas. Hey. He could be going for Sammy Shama, also a friend of the broadcast. He's going into Arazi. Barb, do I know Vic or do I know Vic? He went straight to Arazi. He's trying to get him in the booth. It wouldn't be the first time. It certainly won't be the last. Elliot Arazi, a champion in his own right. We are waiting to see who Vic's got, and we see who it is. It is, just as we predicted, Elliot Arazi. Let's have a seat here with El. We are joined here in the booth with none other than multiple-time champion Elliot Arazi.
That's right.
El, we chronicled your story from the very start. How does it feel? The real question is, last year on this very court, you suffered an injury that kept you out of play for a significant amount of time.
2 years ago.
You come back onto this court 2 years ago. You come back onto this court. You win a championship, the first tournament of the year. How does that feel for you, and what does your journey, your story mean to you getting to this point?
Honestly, I haven't played on this court since 2 years ago when I hurt myself. So when I first got here, I got the chills. I thought, I thought the worst because the grass was wet. But honestly, I just didn't let that fear get to me. So I just said, I'm going to play my game. I'm going to shoot my shots, even though it was very windy.
Very windy indeed.
And it was a little tough in the beginning, but we made it out alive. We got the W.
And credit to you for doing that. Credit to your teammates. How'd your team come together for today?
So in the beginning, it was tough playing together because everybody was on each other for any mistake. That's what happens when you have competitors
Such great
on
players.
the same team. Such great players try to play together. You know, egos get in the way, but towards the playoffs, we said, egos aside, let's just play ball. Let's trust each other. That was the number one thing. To trust each other is tough because everybody thinks they can make a move themselves. But we said we're going to suck that up, and we're just going to fight together.
So we noticed as the semifinals started, your team started off a little slow. You come out there, you hit a big three-pointer to put your team ahead. Now, the finals coming down, you had a quiet game. We hadn't said your name a lot in the broadcast. Suddenly, kicks it out to you for the game winner. You knock it down. It seems like you're around every single time that your team needed a big shot. How do you find yourself in that position?
So I mainly said to myself I'm going to focus on defense because I think that's the number one thing when it is windy, and rebounding. So I wasn't really looking to get shots going, but I saw a wide open shot. I'm going to take it. And once I hit that one, I already knew if I have a game winner for me in my hands, I'm taking it and I'm going to hit it.
Well, congratulations, Al. You impress us every time, and we've seen you hit game winners before, so it's always good to have you in the booth.
Next
We're proud
one's
of you,
Hot
and
Shot. Next
we'll
one's
see you at Hot Shot.
Yes, it's going to be fun.
Elliot Arazi, a good friend of the broadcast, always eager to join us in the booth. And if you know Victor Dweck, you know he's not done, and he's got another champ. Not his first time in the booth with us, Sammy Shama. Sam, we had your father in the booth pregame. Oh, flip that. Round of applause for Sammy Shama. Really, really a fan favorite. Defensive maven. We had your father in the booth pregame, and he called watching you in this tournament the highlight of his week. How does that make you feel?
It's the highlight of my week, too. But, yeah, me and my dad have a great relationship. He knows I love ball, and he loves my game.
Sammy, holding that trophy, you know yourself, you've said yourself, you're not always the loudest guy on the court. You're not the guy that's going to hit all the shots. You're not going to hog the ball. You're not going to do any of that stuff. You're just going to sit back, play your game, and be a defensive menace. That's the best way to describe you.
We had some crazy talent on our team. I mean, when I'm the fourth best shooter on my team, got to defer to the other guys and find other ways to contribute, whether it's on D, fast breaks, or any other way, rebounding, whatever you can do. You just got to play your role.
And we couldn't help but notice Sammy the ref's not here, but everybody who knows anything knows that Sammy the ref is the biggest Sammy Shama fan around. So what's some words for Sammy? And
he loves Mo D too. You know why? Two-way guards. Play D, you play O.
Play defense, play offense.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks for joining us.
You guys do a great job. I love watching your videos.
Thank you. Congratulations. It looks like Vic's still not done. Vic's trying to get Mo D. Mo D is a tough guy to get in the booth, Mo D. He's a great guy, a great champion, a multiple-time champion. We've seen him win, game after game after game, ship after ship after shift. As Vic brings Mo D into the booth. Mo D, welcome to the booth. What an honor to have you here.
At Sammy Shama's sweaty ears here.
Sammy Shama's sweaty ears around. You've been friends with Sammy for a long time. How does it feel to have a longtime friend of yours on the same team to help you take home?
It's great to win, and it's great to win with a best friend also. So we had some great. He didn't really score a lot, but he contributed every other way. So it's all about filling your role. So.
And Sammy does that to perfection, and so did you, leading your team to a huge championship. You're no stranger to championship victories. We've chronicled a lot of your wins, the big three that you took home in one season. Really impress us. Where does this rank as a win for you?
It's definitely I don't know. It's a tough question, but it's great to win. I'd say top 10.
There we go.
Top 10. So.
And we'll see you at Hot Shot, I presume.
That's the big one. We'd love to sweep for the summer. That's the goal. It's odd years are my years.
Odd years.
Odd years.
Like the
2015,
Giants.
2017.
We
have a team. We have a team.
We
have a team.
Give us a little insight into who we got.
We got Mo D, Joe Sutt, Elliot Arazi. We got Shmuel rehabbing that shoulder. And then we got the rookie Michael Nakin.
Oh, Michael Nakin. He made his debut in
back
Hot Shot last year.
My dad, I love listening to his advice mid-game. If we're not playing the right way, I'll go up to him and I'll say, what defense should we do? And really take a lot from his experience. And definitely
everybody
helps
knows Spike is a huge legend in the community, a basketball maven, a coach for so many of the kids that, you see kids play here on this court that have been coached by your dad and really impressing you. So congratulations on a really historic run.
Thanks,
Odds
brother.
years are your years. We're looking forward to
baby.
seeing you at Hot Shot.
Appreciate it.
And Vic's going 5 for 5. Vic's trying to go 5 for 5. We have Mark Windy here. We were joined by his wife. Oh, MVP Mark Windy here. Trophy for the baby as well. The MVP of the top 50, Mark Windy, is joined by us. Mark, we spent a lot of time with your family throughout our broadcast today. Your brother Steven.
Wow, Modi must have a big head.
Yeah, Modi has a big head. Sammy Sham has very sweaty ears.
Yeah, what's up?
So we were sitting with your brother Steven
Yeah.
on the other side of the court, and then we moved here.
You recognize Steven, huh?
Yeah, we were here with your wife Harriet.
Shout out to Steven.
The crowd here was calling it the Fred Van Vliet effect. You know, in the NBA Finals, after Fred Van Vliet had a child, he really turned it on. He started knocking down his threes. He kind of broke out of his slump. Here you have a newborn child, Joseph. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you really turned it on in the finals. How does that feel? Talk about having a family and what that means for you.
It felt great, honestly. Very happy to have a healthy baby. Mommy's doing great. She was a legend. And it just feels great. It gives you a new look on life. And coming into today, I really wanted to win for him.
That really means a lot. It kind of gives you the chills. I know Vic and I were talking about it throughout the broadcast. When you have the ball right in this area over here, everybody on the entire household knows exactly what you want to do with it. You're going to take a couple dribbles, you're going to get yourself open, and you're going to hit a shot. Yet you still hit it every single time. How do you how do you create that space and knock down those shots?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of practice. So it's just by survival, really, because when I was growing up playing basketball, I was a shooter, right? I wasn't in shape like I am now, but my game was I was a great shooter, and the defense would play me a certain way. And then as you evolve, as you get better, you have to learn the game. So you learn how to play off the ball. You learn, and then they really play up on you, and then you got to learn how to create space with the dribble. So it's something that comes from survival.
That's awesome. And so are we going to be seeing you at Hot Shot this year?
Yeah, definitely. We got a nice, fun team this year at Hot Shot.
What do we got? Give us a little sneak
So
peek.
I'm going to play with the young guys this year. I'm going to play with my younger brother Jack and a couple of his friends, Ray Jajadi, Albert Nasseri. And then I got my old Wiley vets that I've won many championships with, Ralph Cohen and Yossi Hamadani. So we're running us 6 and got a nice
Hamadani
blend.
and Cohen
It's an
are
all-boat
legends.
team, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all-boat
We're
team.
going to represent Syria in the old days.
Oh, representing Syria, we got Mark Windy. And Mark, congratulations on the MVP. Congratulations
By the
on
way,
the
my biggest
championship.
shot of the day was in the semis, 16 all. I hit that step back three. That gave me the whole confidence. That gave me all the confidence in the world.
We got on the video. You'll definitely see it on the highlight reel. Mark, thanks for joining us, and thanks for having your family here to keep us entertained throughout the broadcast.
This was fun.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And that'll wrap up the coverage from Stella Laniado. Credit to Victor Dweck, who went 5 for 5 from 5 for 5 on champions in the booth. Anyway, beautiful day. 4 for 5. We didn't get ballast. We wish we did. A beautiful day here. Don't forget to pray mincha. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you later.